anticipated conference matchup made more compelling because both teams come in ranked in the top 25. This is going to be fun. Welcome to Tempe, Arizona. This is Mountain America Stadium, the home field of the Arizona State Sun Devils. As we'll see the winners of 3 straight, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 5th-ranked team, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. The Sun Devils will kick this away to get us going. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. To the air, it's Morton. Grab down the middle, it's Joyner. Tackles made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Boy, it's so easy to get...
There's 2 places to share your audio from. The party and the game. There's 2 places to share. There you go. Okay. All right. Mute that. There you go. Okay.
All right. I don't know if I was included in that, but I mean, I should, so we're just going to keep talking like I am.
All right. So it's second play of the first quarter here, and Texas Tech on the 1st and 10 is going to get 4 on the carry. Sorry if you just joined us and you couldn't hear our audio, but we honestly could have had a better open anyway, so we'll just leave it there.
Yeah. So, like I said, win here sets you up nicely for the Big 12 title game appearance. I think both these teams still have to play Kansas State as well. So this is really the 3-horse race for that conference championship. And a win here does nice things for you, not only in the conference, but nationally, as we see both these teams are ranked inside the top 15.
One comment I did make before our audio was brought on air was that Texas Tech has often had some slow starts to their games, but here they are right away coming out, and there's a big hit, and the ball's up in the air, almost picked off.
Yeah,
just as
to Morton there.
Might have been a broadcaster curse. Just as I'm telling him he's having a fast start, boom, gets hit, almost throws the interception. But they're going to live to play for 2nd and 10 here on the Arizona 37-yard line. Morton's going to hand it off. Joyner up the middle. He's got a big hole. He's going to get to the first down marker. No, short 2 yards. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, 3rd and short here. Be interesting to see what the Red Raiders go with. I'd be guessing a quick short pass. I don't think that they are going to opt for a run here.
I would be surprised to see them run, though. I've seen a lot of teams take 3rd and shorts and run for those first downs. Texas Tech surely has but he does the play action, and it's not going to be more than a yard gain. 4th and 1.
Ooh.
They can go for it according to the rules.
They will. I had an injured Sun Devil on the play.
Which stops the clock at 4:25 here in the first. Signaling out to the outside as Morton then does the end the ball off. Joyner up the middle, gets that first down, runs for it. Risky or not, they do accomplish the goal.
That was Jordan Cook, the linebacker, but he'll be all right.
So Texas Tech opening drive of the game. 2 minutes now played here. Empty backfield once again. Morton has some time. A little pressure underneath. Finds Carter. Got enough for the first down. Gets to the 5-yard line, and he'll be brought down. Terrence Carter for Texas Tech now down on the field. We'll have another injury timeout.
Yeah, Tech pushing it up like the old days with Leach, running some 5 wide, finds an open man, good pocket presence, good protection from the line.
Morton out of shotgun, looks to throw under pressure, gets Joyner on the screen, finds some space, and he'll cross for a touchdown. Red Riders strike first on the road. Another injury, by the way, the tight end for Texas Tech, down on the ground. One more time.
We're getting to the point in the season where a lot of wear and tear is going to affect these guys. You're going to see more injuries. So I don't know if we need to look at that in the offseason, maybe reducing the sliders a little bit on that. But there's been
that is realistic. I think we're actually still a lot lower than what would be considered a realistic injury rate here. Yeah. But with that said, there has been some discussion the last few days about whether or not this setting is too skewed one way. There are teams that aren't suffering nearly as much as others, and that is also just the reality of the situation for realism. But I digress. Arizona State, Levitt's going to start in the shotgun. He'll find a man underneath. That's Moss. He'll get a first down on their opening play of the game.
Arizona State really likes to attack their passing game with their 2 huge targets, Moss being one of them, with sophomore standout quarterback Sam Levitt being a mobile guy who can scramble a lot, but he can deliver that ball. And if you get one of those guys in open space, it's going to be a hard time to bring him down.
With the running back off to his right, Levitt takes the snap, hands it off. Brown goes to the left. He'll get 6 on the carry. No huddle here as Levitt's going to rush them off the offense back up to the line of scrimmage. 6 men up on the line of scrimmage for Texas Tech, but the throw is off, but it's incomplete. It looked like it was on target, but Jordan Tyson with the incompletion, with the drop.
I think that was actually Udo out of the backfield there. Couldn't hang on.
Yeah, maybe it was a little thrown in front of the receiver. I don't know. Maybe he didn't run the route quite as quick as Levitt expected, but nonetheless, it's going to bring up 3rd and 4 with 3:10 on the clock here in the first.
And something else to think about here, if you lose yards, you will be forced to punt. So if you want to think about 4th down, you've got to not go backwards here.
Yeah, it might induce more of a pressure situation from the Red Raider defense, but there's an offsides, then there you go. There's those yards lost, but it's 3rd down still. Yeah, so they'll have to gain a few of them back at least in order to go for it on 4th.
Yeah, now you got to get 4 yards to make it to where you could go for it on 4th down.
Back in the shotgun, 3rd and long. Levitt with the snap, looks out, rolls out to his right. Keep running with the football, and he's going to throw it deep, and it's picked off. McCarthy gets in front of Tyson for the interception, and Texas Tech's going to take over here in their own territory.
Yeah, Levitt scrambling, tried to plant his feet. It looked like he slipped there and couldn't get the throw to the sidelines as much as he wanted. Floats right into the hands of the Tech defender.
Texas Tech pedal to the metal as Morton's coming out in an empty backfield. Rolls out to the right. He finds Eakin on the rollout. And Eakin's going to fake 1 man out. 1 more man to be. He's got him in 5 now. Touchdown. So interception, then a score. Coy Eakin with 60 yards on that catch.
It's not the start you wanted for Arizona State.
Definitely not.
So we see some push-ups from the Red Raider.
Both teams coming here with 1 loss, so it is a big game to stay atop the nation's rankings. But Arizona State here is going to have to really find an answer quick before this can get out of hand.
We'll see. Interesting decision to not lean on the ground game more. With Levitt, you can really make a lot of things happen on the ground, as we see a run right here.
Speaking of which, Brown finds a hole, cuts back to the left, and he'll get nearly 10, 9.5 yards or so. bringing up second and inches. Quite the shifty halfback.
Yeah, Relief Brown is. Now we'll see Udo, who's usually the number one in the running back room here at Arizona State.
Yeah, out of the Wildcat, and that'll be enough for the first. With the Wildcat limitation, was that a wise use of the play? Now we have, what, four efforts left?
Yeah, I mean, Arizona State, I don't think they lean on it too much, so I think that's a fine use of it, as we're going to see a screen pass here.
Udo finds the underneath route, and he's going to take that, what looked like could have been a loss of yards, into a 12-yard gain, another first down for the Sun Devils. Udo in the backfield with Levitt. There's the snap out of shotgun. Has some time. Looks over the middle. It was close, but it is brought in for an 8-yard gain, 9-yard gain.
Impressive snag. Seems like Tech is trying to take away the short pass here, setting a lot of their zones close to the line of scrimmage. Look for Arizona State to try to take advantage of that here.
Back into the shotgun. 4 receivers out to the quick pass. And it's complete again for another first down for the Sun Devils. Texas Tech showing a lot of pressure, but the Sun Devils have found some of the open spots in this defense.
Yeah, really a good play there by Levitt to stay calm and composed with a man in his face.
More double mug, but no pressure coming up as Tyson takes the reception short. He'll take 4 yards on it.
So we see John Curry going down with an injury, another Tech defender.
The injury bug affecting Texas Tech a lot more so far. Levitt looks to pass, no pressure. Again, that's the 3rd catch we've seen on this drive by Metier. Did I say that right? Metier? Metier?
Metier. I think we're going Metier. Yeah, Levitt's just a guy that you've got to send some pressure at. You've got to make him feel uncomfortable, because if you give him a long time in the pocket, he's going to hurt you.
Yeah, quick release, is not holding on to the football. This time Levitt's going to look to run. Thought he had a lane outside. He breaks the tackle inside, and he's still on his feet. And he's brought down after a 9-yard gain. Again, almost sacked, but they make it a positive, and a big one at that.
Sam Levitt just making things happen, refusing to go down.
Reminded me of another number 10 that refused to go down for a big play. Well, first quarter is over. But we're going to have 2nd and 1 as we start the second quarter. Arizona State trying to punch one in for the first time tonight. The home crowd is rocking. They want to see something here, and for good reason, as Udo takes the handoff. Met at the line of scrimmage, is going to get no gain. John Curry still out with a strained forearm.
All right, I've been told I'm having some mic issues, so I've turned it up a little bit, and we'll see if I can.
You are, or we are?
I am. You're.
Udo touchdown! Arizona State gets it in for their first score of the game. With the point after touchdown here, you would assume they would be down by 7. A big defensive stand coming up, but Hail State, they ran the ball, they threw it short. They seemed to figure it out after that failed attempt the first time around.
Yeah, now Arizona State needs to come out here and get a stop on defense. Still plenty of time left in the quarter, but you can make something happen here if the defense can come up clutch.
What's the kind of things, if you're going to have an offense like Texas Tech that's going to run empty backfield, they have a lot of speed, that's a very athletic quarterback, but you're going to have to keep guys up to near the line of scrimmage for these plays. Like, how does a defense handle that sort of pressure out in the open?
Well, I think at some point you just got to rely on your playmakers and your defense. You got to say, can your best guys beat their best guys? Does that a lot of man coverage, a lot of blitzes? You've got to send some pressure.
Yeah, we noticed Texas Tech kind of laid off on the pressure, and Arizona was able to move down the field. Morton's going to hand it off. Joyner, missed tackle in the backfield. He'll get a small gain, 3 yards. But there's that effort from the Sun Devil defense, nearly getting him back there. Watch this play. Well, look closer from the back angle, I suppose. It was a little short from second base there, buddy. Empty backfield. Morton looking to throw. Goes deep. Scott man to man. It's knocked away, but nearly picked off. Montana Warren with the coverage. Strong safety. Sophomore. More empty backfield. 3rd and 7. Getting pressure. Smith running him down. Morton's out to the right. Trying to find the open man. He finds him. Williams wide open. Couple of guys to beat. You find the time. You get the man. He's down 10-5. Touchdown, Red Raiders. You think you got him pinned, and then they pull that off.
What a frustrating play for Arizona State. That's the playmaker, and that's just something the EA actually nerfed in this last game with the addition of the jukes in the backfield. You now have to hold down something else to get the playmaker to work. Pablo was able to do it there, and he takes full advantage of that.
Yeah, every time there's an update, they fix one problem, but they do tend to create possibly 1 or 2 more problems.
Another one, yeah. As our good friend Joshua Wright would say, we're taking 1 step forward and 3 steps backwards.
Levitt play action, throws to the left, finds the man underneath. McLean tries to cut it back in. He'll get more positive yards. 9, bringing up 2nd down. Sun Devils offense under a lot of pressure to keep this game within reach as the defense tries to figure things out over on the sideline. From the left hash mark. 3 receivers to his left, finds the RPO. McLean jukes underneath, stiff arm, enough for the 1st down. Brings it up to the 39-yard line.
McLean showing everybody what he's got. If you get that reference, you're a real one.
A lot of guys run to the left. Levitt's going to run to the right. He's got pressure, but he throws it away just in time. It'll now be 2nd and 10. 8 for 11 attempts, 80 yards. No throwing touchdowns. That was the rushing score we saw earlier. Now Arizona State comes into their empty backfield. Crossing routes underneath, finds one to the right. It's Brown. Breaks away from his coverage man. Enough to get the 1st down before he's brought down. A lot of athletic, strong plays from these Sun Devils receivers and running backs.
Yeah. Arizona State doing a nice job here, taking what the defense gives them.
Time for Levitt. He's going to throw deep to the seam. Both had a shot at it, but the ball's going to hit the turf.
Almost hangs on there.
Seemed a little risky. He had, one-on-one, I guess, but both guys had a good jump on that ball. Levitt back here in the shotgun once more. He's going to hit McLean underneath. Gets the 1st down, and Texas Tech brings him down. A little bit of a tackling issue out of the Red Raider defense. But they get their man that time around. Ujo in the backfield out of Levitt's shotgun. Levitt looks to throw, pump fake to the right, throws to the right. Moss! He'll get 7 yards.
Yeah, if you're Arizona State, do you consider chewing clock here and trying to make this the last possession? Because you do get ball to start the 2nd half.
I suppose, but yeah, just for that reason maybe. But at the same time, I'm focused. I got to get a touchdown. That's all I'm really focused on. 3rd and 2 here. Big 3rd down. Down 21-7 at home in a big Big 12 matchup. Showing double mug here, Texas Raiders. Out to the left, got the RPO. Udo's got a lot of space, and he's going to walk it in for a touchdown. For his 2nd touchdown, 1st throwing touchdown for Levitt. And with this kick, Arizona State will be back within 7 points.
Udo is probably about to get chewed out when he runs back to that sideline. He starts to celebrate at the 5, almost gets pulled down at the 1.
That is true. Imagine he got pulled back. It would have ruined the call and, honestly, Arizona State's chances, right? But he gets it in. Number 6 gets 6. And Arizona State now, their defense, about to come back out on the field and have to do something they haven't done yet, which is get off the field before Texas Tech scores. There you see the Texas Tech secondary. If you're watching Pablo's screen here. Morton gonna hand it off. Joyner, nothing doing on that run.
It's Justice Woodley, the big edge rusher there, in on the stop.
Yeah, Woodley was actually the man behind on number 1, was able to pile drive Joyner into the turf for a no gain. Morton with the empty backfield this time, and he catches it, but he's brought down immediately, and that's going to be a timeout. Texas Tech calls it.
So 3rd and 6. This will be a big stop here for Arizona State if you can get it. Obviously, you don't want what happened on the last 3rd down to repeat itself.
Oh, I'm sorry. Arizona State called that timeout. I saw the wrong side of the screen. Morton shouting those directions. 3rd and 6. Will need a couple of yards in order to go for it on 4th and incompletion, but Douglas gets it wide open in the seam. Nobody there. And it's 1st down, Red Raiders.
Yeah, Arizona State plays a little too shallow there, allows the seam route to get open.
More empty backfield here late, minute 12 with the clock rolling down. Sees Eakin over the middle. Caught but brought down immediately as well, but not before a big game to the Arizona State 28-yard line.
Yeah, Arizona State's using the defensive lineman, and a lot of these plays over the middle of the field could be taken away with a linebacker user. So I don't know if the strategy here is to try to put some more pressure on the quarterback, but they might have to make an adjustment at halftime.
Morton looking to throw to the left this time. He's got a man, possibly, but no. It's going to be overshot, and that's okay because they can try again. Too many times we see quarterbacks underthrow that play, trying to get it in that tight window, and it ends up being a turnover. Morton wisely aiming for the back of the end zone as he tries here again on 2nd and 10. He's hit as he throws, so it'll fall incomplete. 3rd and 10 now.
Yeah. Luckily for Arizona State, the pressure got there. Too far of a drop back by Morton that triggered the block shed animation.
5 men up front as there's a blitz, but Texas Tech, they get it off. Brought down out of bounds. It'll be 4th down, but they could go for it, but will they just take the 3 points?
I think you go for this. On the road, field goal kicking is a nightmare we've seen, especially this year with the added effects. So I think, we'll see.
I think the risk far outweighs the reward, so whether the reward outweighs the risk. And they do get it. Joyner takes the run up the middle. Arizona State was primarily in a pass defense.
Yeah, that's an interesting decision. Texas Tech comes out with 3 tight ends, and Arizona State lines up looking for a pass. I don't know about that.
27 seconds here. 2 of their timeouts still remaining for Morton and the Red Raiders. Throws to the left. Eakin again. Been his go-to man here in the 2nd quarter.
Whew.
1 timeout left after taking their 2nd. 2nd and 5 from the 5. Morton rolls out to the right. Finds his man. There it is. Touchdown, Texas Tech.
And that was just a masterful display of patience by Morton. The trailing receiver ends up drawing the coverage off the tight end, leaving Carter wide open.
That'll put them up by 2. Arizona State has 17 seconds to pull something off. Almost got a guy in for the block. But even after this kickoff, Arizona State and the Sun Devil faithful, fret, don't worry, you're getting the ball right back in the 3rd quarter.
We'll see what they can do. They're going to opt to take this out.
Ooh, might get off to a return. Brought down, and maybe only had 1 person to beat before that could have been 6. But
I do know that number 49 deserves a steak in the post-game meal for Texas Tech. That was a touchdown-saving tackle.
so now the Red Raiders defense backs off a little, expecting some deep play here from the Sun Devils offense. 9 seconds on the play clock. The ball is snapped. Levitt back in the pocket. Looks to the right. Finds one of the 2 men there. And is able to bring it in here. But it's for a 2nd down and 2. 9 seconds on the clock. Arizona does call their 2nd timeout. They might get 2 plays. Well, they'll get 2 plays, but they do have one more timeout. Brown's going to take the handoff, trying to find an open space. Catch the Texas Red Raiders sleeping, but no. They bring him down. They'll get the first, but it's still a decently long throw here to try to Hail Mary at 4 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, and you got to be ready to make a tackle here if a pick comes back the other way.
Levitt trying to roll out. He's got a little pressure, but he's got time this time out to the right. Finds his man, McClain, underneath, but he'll be brought down. Time will expire, and yards were the only thing gained. Welcome to halftime, Arizona State. Hail State, what a game we got for us.
Yeah, interesting first half as the Red Raiders are up multiple scores. I do want to quickly go over a little bit of what is going on around the CFB world this week. So we can just take a look at some of the games this week. We have had a couple of pretty big upsets. Well, one mainly, Georgia lost to Ole Miss's CPU, so number 6 fell, and we're still waiting on the result of the Nevada and West Virginia game. Let's keep scrolling down here. Louisville took care of Syracuse at home 35-14, and Kansas and Tulane have still yet to play. South Carolina got a huge road win to keep them in the SEC title hunt over Oklahoma. Let's see. USC and Notre Dame are yet to play as well. Kansas State
I'll be coming up after this, actually.
Yeah, they will. Kansas State barely survived an upset bid by the Arkansas Razorbacks. Ended up pulling it out by 2 at home. And other than that, it's business as usual for the CPU games and the bye weeks. As we look further down.
There's the first down from 3rd and 11, just in the nick of time. We saw 2 short play, 1 no gain. I thought they were a little too cute on first down when Levitt tried to take that QB draw, but then second down they lost a yard. Able to pull out for the first on 3rd. And about to cross midfield is Arizona State, desperately trying to get back over the goal line here to start out the second half. 1 yard loss on that run. But thanks, Hail State, for the scores around the league. Sorry.
No, you're good. The three-headed monster in this conference really is Arizona State, Kansas State, and Texas Tech. Oh!
Fit it in the window, but it's not. He doesn't hold on to it.
Now 3rd and long.
I don't think Levy could have thrown that any better for the guy. But a tough catch.
Considering both these teams still have to play K-State, and how he's been known to get the some lucky stuff, you definitely want to win this game. Uh-oh.
Well.
Yep, you got a punt.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say there was a ton of pressure from the Red Raiders there, but
there was no pressure. He was rushing 0 on that play.
Almost gave him too much time to think. Hudson out to the right. Finds some space, but he's brought down at the 34-yard line. Gained him, I think, a little more than 10 there, 12 yards.
Yeah,
well,
a little bit more.
28-14 here. Texas Tech takes over after stopping the Sun Devils offense on the opening drive of the second half. Morton in the empty backfield sees a man that he likes, and he's got him again. Complete down to the 26. I mean, Morton's going to have a ice shoulder wrap after this game. Like, can you be mad that your quarterback gets hurt when you throw it 40 yards every play with him? Touchdown, Raiders!
No, you cannot.
Maybe that's it. Maybe injuries should be increased so you guys take care of your players better. Stop pulling this kind of stuff.
I don't think that's going to be a very popular.
I don't think it's going to, yeah, but just, you know, the argument that they like to use. Well, Texas Tech gives the ball pretty quickly back to Arizona State, but increasing their lead 35-14. Texas Tech linebackers, some of the guys you've seen miss tackles earlier in this game. Levitt looking to throw pressure up the middle that time. No time to make a decision. He gets a 10-yard loss on it, bringing up 2nd and 20. And I got to say, not for nothing, despite how bad I feel for Arizona State, I do love a good blitz on 1st down.
Yeah, loaded that middle gap, and the O-line can't pick up everybody. It's insane.
Levitt roll out to the right, sees a man. I see him too. Tyson, but it's knocked away.
That's a beautiful throw.
It did look like a great play, but not to be. 3rd and 20. Levitt does have some time, looks deep, but it's 2 against 1, and it's going to fall into the hands of a Red Raider defender. Jordan takes off with it, doesn't get brought down. McLean does run him down eventually at the 25.
Yeah, seems like he had a guy in the seam. He opts to go to the outside. The safety's all over that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Joyner, he'll take off with it immediately. QB power run, he'll gain 3.
Almost spun out of 3 guys there.
Yeah.
I've been a little...
I mean, a lot of fast talent on Texas Tech. Not his first choice. He kind of got, not suckered into it, but didn't get the team he wanted. This is the team he ended up with. And Carter, another touchdown for the Red Raiders, who are just making Arizona their home here tonight.
Yeah, not a lot of cheering coming from the maroon and yellow.
But honestly, still a lot of game left. We've seen these many points get scored in this amount of time. But we're going to have to start making things happen on both sides of the ball that haven't occurred just yet.
Yeah, right now it's just been domination from the Texas Tech Red Raiders. The very small section of the stadium that is in red and black is being very loud.
It's too bad we don't have our sideline correspondent, who is a West Coast man himself, but
yeah,
it's okay. The 2 of us handling it quite well. Udo, run up the middle, trying to catch that defense sleep, and I like the idea. They'll get 4 yards before he's brought down. Are we keeping you up, Hail State?
We're in... No, I'm good. We're in a hurry up if you're Arizona. If I'm Arizona State, we're in a hurry up.
Yeah, we got to save time.
Waste any time.
Finds McLean out, running a lot of man coverage is Texas Tech, keeping up with those receivers coming out of the backfield. 3rd and 3 after that 7-yard gain, or 4-yard gain.
It's not a bad idea to try to attack this running game.
Tyson
dangerous.
Might have needed to take an extra half a second on that, but it is complete. 2:05 here in the 3rd. Levitt with the play action, or RPO, tries to hold on to it, but he's brought down, not fooled. Terrell Tillman.
And Tillman in on the stop.
Uh-oh. Levitt throws to the outside. There's a man open. Brown, he gets the 1st down and more. Gets knocked out of bounds, but that could have been another chance at a touchdown for the Sun Devils.
Yeah, I mean, uh-oh. Looks like Texas Tech is bringing a blitz. Let's see if they do. They don't.
Only 3 guys. A lot of guys in coverage, and they knock it away from Moss. Jalen Moss, who hasn't had the catches I would have assumed he would have had in this kind of a high-flying back and forth offensive matchup.
Yeah,
kept him under
Texas
wraps.
Tech has been a big fan on defense of dropping defensive linemen back into coverage. We'll see if they do it here. They do again.
There goes Moss out of the backfield like he heard me. Gets hit, almost stays on his feet, but he's brought down inside the 30.
Yeah, it seems like the Sun Devils have found a little bit of an answer here to the defensive lineman being dropped back in coverage.
McLean that time on the receiving end of a pass, and he'll get the first down. The senior. That's his 4th catch tonight.
Yeah, and that's not necessarily where I would have thrown that ball, but I probably would have thrown a pick on that play, so I probably wouldn't have called it.
More that time pressure from Texas Tech, but they handed off to Udo. Very smart move, at least for the play itself, and he does get 7. No huddle that time, but Levitt under pressure gets the ball off, and it's touchdown, Sun Devils. No give up in this squad.
Kind of a generous spot to give him to give him a touchdown on that. I thought that ball did not cross the. Well, look at that angle. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, our angle from the back sucks a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But hey, they got it. And all they can do now is try to get another one. 21-point deficit.
I think 40. That you go balls to the wall here.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if you know how to do it, if you don't know how to do the onside kick, I would just might as well kick it off. But you're just giving him field position.
Well, it seems like that was an attempt that he didn't really put any finesse or anything on that.
Like, I don't know about anybody else, but I think there's a specific way that you do the onside kick.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it that way, you basically have no shot of recovering it.
Uh-oh.
Morton under pressure, he's hit as he throws, the ball will fall short.
I'm sorry, that's my ad lib when I see somebody open down the field.
Bringing the running back in. Joyner's going to take the handoff. I feel like you might as well guess run when Texas Tech's got the running back in the backfield, because otherwise they just don't even put him out there.
I think you might be onto something.
There's the end of the 3rd quarter. 42-21, Arizona State trying to hang in there. Texas Tech trying to run away with it as we're going to start the 4th quarter. What do they say, Hail State?
Put your 4s up, everybody.
Put your 4s up. Let's go.
They would say at Arizona State, put your forks up. But the only forks that are going up are the forks going up outside the defensive coordinator's house after this one, the riot that they will have.
3rd and 8. Morton looks to throw. Got some time. Finds a man, and looked like pass interference on the offense, but it's going to fall incomplete anyway.
And I think that we can go for this. We're going to opt to try our field goal here. Try our luck at a field goal or not. We're going to see.
And they're going to ice their own kicker.
Yeah.
I mean, can they go for it? It's 4th and 8.
They can go for it.
Even though they're up.
Even though they're up.
Interesting. Seems counterproductive to the point of the rule, doesn't it?
A little bit. Maybe so. And
there's the completion. Hudson gets it. First down and more. 10 brought down at the 8-yard line. I thought the 6, but I guess his knee hit.
That's frustrating for Arizona State.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I'm sure
Texas Tech.
They're going to have a
Joyner in the backfield
on Twitter about that one after the game.
It's going to take the cutback to the outside on the right. He'll get a few yards, but he's brought down at the 2. Joyner used a lot less today than in the previous week's contest.
Yeah, well, I mean, when your quarterback's thrown for 6 touchdowns, to be fair.
And on the option, they're going to throw it out to Joyner, and he's going to eventually score to add another 6 points to the Red Raiders total.
Well, you know, Joyner probably feels like he hasn't had a lot of the love this game, so he's going to have some fun when he gets it.
I mean, Arizona State came in at 5-1. We know they're a good team. But let's not forget, Texas Tech, they were a championship contender. They played for a championship in the last game. And in this game's first season, it's not surprising to see Coach Pablo and company be rising to the occasion throughout the first season.
Yeah, you know, I mean, they're playing a little bit from behind the 8 ball on talent to start off, kind of unlike how they ended the last game cycle with that controversial national championship. But
Udo stays up.
Yeah, breaking a couple tackles. I have heard some rumors that there's a new Pablo that is being developed in the ranks of the coaching staff in America. somewhere right now. So be interesting to see if the Pablo coaching tree becomes a thing.
Well, Levitt takes it himself that time, rushes for a first down. Audibling, going under center for the first time tonight.
Yeah. And so Joker has an acronym for us for how this game's gone, in his opinion. Says KYP. And I would also like to echo Coach Pablo's question. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know KYS, but if I say that, that'll get us a code of conduct violation by YouTube.com. So I don't know what that means. But
Levitt rolling out to the left. He stays on his feet again. Wow, it is tough to bring him down, but they do. But not before he got that first down. Going no huddle, saving that clock from winding down. Levitt throws deep, but it's going to be picked off by McCarthy again. And with 3:18 remaining in the game, the Red Raiders will take over, up 49-21.
Yeah. Levitt hobbling off the field. That's not what you want to see if you're an Arizona State fan.
Handoff, Joyner cuts it inside, and he'll gain 6. 44 yards.
Apparently KYP means know your personnel.
Ah.
Okay.
Well, Texas Tech does seem to know that. With the RPO out to Carter, he's got some space to run up the sideline. Flag on the play. We're going to see offensive pass interference. That seemed like a makeup call for a missed call earlier. I don't know if you ask me.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. But I will say that Pablo is one of the guys that likes to click onto his receivers and try to manipulate the DBs away from the ball, and he gets away with maybe 1 or 2 offensive pass interferences that he should get called for. So maybe that's just a makeup call from earlier, as there is somebody wide open.
There was 2 guys wide open. He threw the one guy who was covered, and it is
nice catch
knocked away
by our sound tech down there.
Yeah, that hit the little guy with the sound dish down there.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Impressive to haul that
Somebody help
while
him.
You're holding the sound dish.
Morton under some pressure. By the way, noticing starters still out there, up 49-21. We're complaining about tired players, and we're keeping our starters in the game this long. Got an opportunity to rest them.
Yeah, I know. That's something else that happens in this league way too often. A lot of guys just would rather complain than find a solution, and a lot of times solution
you got to adjust
right in the face sometimes. I mean, where have we heard that before? So you're going to see some personnel changes for the Sun Devils, I assume.
Yeah, Arizona State taking their quarterback out. Maybe declared the game's out of reach. He did come up hobbling after that last series. We'll see some Tollefson, number 17, now under center.
Yeah.
Moss with the reception.
And I do know that Arizona State has the first Chinese-born football player to play in a Power 4 football game and score in a Power 4 football game on their roster, or did have him at one point. I don't know if he's still there, but he scored against Arizona, I think it was.
Head off Brown, off tackle to the right, he'll get 4.
Territorial Cup. And if you want to know more about the Territorial Cup, you could have tuned into another broadcast where I went into a long rant about it.
3rd and 5, Tollefson now looks to throw, finds the running back. Oh no! Looked like it could have been contested, but he catches it and he'll get the first down. Direct snap to Udo. Definite bright spot in this otherwise demoralizing game for the Sun Devils.
Yeah, I think both teams are content with this being the last possession.
All of a sudden back, sees a man, Lewis knocks it away.
That was a good read there.
Almost had him, actually. He beat both guys trying to cover him, but the throw just a little off.
permitted to go for this at this point.
So down to possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. There's the snap. They'll set up to
Corner blitz. Gets the throw off. McLean. Reception.
What do you got, McLean?
Gets down to the 21. I just think John McLean, diehard. Poor Bruce Willis.
Well, I think everybody knows what's coming.
There's Tollefson. Gets a man one-on-one, and it's a touchdown. Good throw by the backup quarterback.
As they just phase through the gates that are supposed to be separating the players from the media personnel. I'm sure that would not
that hurt.
Old noggin.
Kick is up and it's good. 49-28. 32 seconds here. As I'm sure, we'll see another onside attempt. Only one way to practice them, really.
Well,
big hop.
Practicing.
Douglas comes down with it, so Texas Tech will take over. Arizona State does still have 3 timeouts.
Yeah, well, I guarantee that if they weren't in the practice plan before, they'll be in the practice plan now.
Joyner with the handoff. Met at the line of scrimmage. He'll get nothing. And timeout, Sun Devils.
No quit in this Sun Devil coaching staff.
Gotta respect it. It's kind of weird to shit on a guy for putting in every ounce of effort he can when there's guys who quit mid-game, right? So
yeah, that is true.
Deep throw attempted.
Even better, guys who quit mid-season.
Yeah.
Not throwing shade at anybody in particular.
Yeah, some guys have a reason. Some guys are just don't want to figure it out. But Morton, 3rd and 10, looking to throw it again. And he does. Seems like we're running up the score here as Carter's going to cross the line. He fumbles!
I think that's a blessing in disguise because I do think a case would have been opened up by the admin team. Probably led by an admin who doesn't even have the game.
I have called Pablo and a couple others, but especially Pablo, the luckiest player in this league.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I mean, frustrating for the Tech fans, but I think in the long run that fumble is going to serve them some good.
Brown gets the sideline, and he'll run out 6 seconds here remaining. You know, the game's definitely out of reach
really
now.
Trying to score. I think he was just trying to I think he was trying to fall down.
I mean, safe catch is an option, always.
Yeah.
All of a sudden looks, has a little time, looks deep, might be the last play of the game. Knocked away it is. Clock hits 0, and we're done here in Sun Devil Stadium. Texas Tech's going to walk away with a 49-28 victory. And we'll get the boys in the booth here and get their words. But Hail State, what's your analysis for this matchup?
Well, I mean, it's just a good win for Texas Tech, coming in here on the road against a top 5 team, able to get it done, executed the game plan flawlessly, and Arizona State just made too many mistakes.
All right, so we'll start with the coach of Texas Tech, Coach Pablo Escobar, former league champion here in the CFB 25 dynasty. First season CFB 26. I did call you out a little in the beginning when I mentioned how you've had slow starts, but you came out guns a-blazing, pedal to the metal here, 5 wide, empty backfields, just going up and down this field. Was that part of the plan, or was there something that just kind of happened on that first drive?
That's part of the plan, but I'm not going to do an interview, so I got no comment besides that was part of the plan, and good game, Slick. So you can move on to him.
All right. Hail State, what do you got for Slick?
And people to meet.
Too cool for us.
Yeah, well, typical. Let's go to Arizona State and Slick taking another frustrating loss. But, I mean, if you think about it this way, both the teams you've lost to are ranked opponents, so you don't have a bad loss on your schedule. But does that affect the outlook for the rest of the season, knowing you probably need to win out to make the Big 12 title and keep your shot at the playoffs alive?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, our 2 losses come to, well, number 1 Clemson, beat 0, and a really good Tech team. You know, that Tech team is really hard to stop offensively. Just defense couldn't get a stop. Made too many mistakes on offense early on. Probably would have kept us in the game if we didn't have 3 picks, but you know, can't win them all. Like they say, we'll move on to next week and we'll go get them as we play Oklahoma State in Cincinnati, and then end the year with Arkansas, West Virginia, Colorado. So, you know, like they always say, move on and, well, go Sun Devils the rest of the year.
Yeah. I mean, I have one more question before I throw it over to Brink. You do dodge Kansas State, but the Hogs put up a great performance this week in Manhattan. Does that game strike a little more fear in your heart now after seeing that performance?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you know, that's I mean, they're 4-30, so you know they're not a team that I'm gonna take lightly. Especially traveling to Fayetteville. That's you know, a Big 12. Normally, you know, but being in the Big 12 is weird. But I would say normally an SEC building is a really tough place to play. So, looking forward for us to add a pretty long trip for us, considering you know West Coast to Midwest, East Coast-ish, out to Arkansas. So. I guess we'll see that game in about 3 weeks' time.
Yeah.
And then we end the year with West Virginia and Colorado at home, so.
All right, Brink.
Well, look, I mean, it was a tough matchup. I personally expected a bit of a closer matchup, but I did think you were up against it. Pablo is a very strong player. What is it about this matchup that you're going to learn or take away from to kind of prepare for a potential rematch down the line?
Again, like I said earlier, I think the mistakes definitely killed us, especially that pick in the first half when we had the opening drive, I believe, and then just the defense. If we can get a couple stops on defense, I think we could have won the game, maybe made it close. But again, it's matchups, and we'll look at the film and figure out what we need to do next time if we match up again with Tech in the near future.
All right. Well, thanks, man. If anything else from Hail State, then are you queued up?
I'm ready.